Greetings, all. Bay Lady here, Sharon. I am standing in front of Mount Ida. It's a mansion located in Ellicott City at the top of Mount Misery, the hill overlooking the Tapsco River and downtown Ellicott City. Um, Mount Ida was built in 1928, and it was built for William Ellicott, who was the grandson of one of the three Ellicott brothers that founded Ellicott City. Um, the uh, the grandson lived here with his family, all of whom passed away while living in the home. For 130 years, Mount Ida was a residential property. Um, in 1850, it was purchased by a Judge Tyson, and Judge Tyson lived in the house with his wife and four daughters, and three daughters and a son. Um, Eventually, he passed away, as did his wife. The son, as a young man, was killed in a tragic car accident, automobile accident, apparently, some type of accident. And the two older sisters just passed along due to, whatever causes. The youngest sister, Ida Tyson, was found herself left alone. All of her family members had perished in the house, and this was the only home she had ever known. As she got older, living by herself, she became a bit paranoid. The kids in the neighborhood would come and visit her, and she would take them up to, oh, you know what? Hold on, let me show you. I got to show you the school where she would take the children. Now, hang on a second, because I got to do a camera switch, which is the one thing that I really don't care for with this platform. But hey, it is what it is. Okay, so there she is. That's Mount Ida. On top of the roof there is a widow's walk. Okay, and from that widow's walk, I know the view was tremendous, outrageous, totally awesome. It overlooks the river and downtown Ellicott City and that whole portion of the valley. I know it's got to be gorgeous. So anyway, when Ida was in her 80s, she began to get a bit paranoid. And while she would allow the neighborhood children to come visit her, she would take them up onto the widow's walk so they could, see the view and what have you, enjoy it with her. But she was afraid of people breaking in. Okay, she had some kind of phobia about being robbed, being attacked. So all of the doors that went from room to room in the mansion have locks, or had locks, and Ida had keys, and the keys were on a big ring and they jingled, and she kept them with her all the time. And the children, knew about her keys and stuff. And what Ida would do is she would unlock a door to enter a room and then lock the door behind her when she entered. And she'd go to enter another room and unlock the door and then lock the door behind her. She was determined to keep the place secure. Eventually, a family member, one of her family members, a cousin, moved in with their family and took care of Ida in her final days. When Ida passed, however, it seemed like she didn't want to leave. After all, it is the only home she's ever known. So Ida Tyson remains. Her cousin and family members got used to hearing the keys jangling in the middle of the night when no one was around. And so as time went on, the Mount Ida was eventually purchased by a commercial group. I believe it might have been a law firm that had their offices here, and they would talk about the keys jingling. So now today, right at this current time, the mansion is undergoing renovations. It has a private owner. Somebody purchased it, and from what I understand, eventually when it's ready, it's going to be a B&B. Okay, it's going to be a B&B. So, can you imagine spending the night in Mount Ida in one of the bedrooms and hearing keys jingling? What would you do? What would you do if you heard that? So, anyway, I'm curious to find out when that happens. I've been keeping my eye on Mount Ida here for when it does open as a B&B. I might just have to come up here and stay one night. Wouldn't that be interesting, right? Very cool. All right. Well, I am going to end this little video here because that's all that I have to say about Ida. And let me get this back to where you're looking at me so I can say a proper goodbye. Voila. There we are. I'm getting better at this. Yes, I'm trying. So anyway, again, let's see, I have a couple tours coming up this week. I've got Beatles trivia on Wednesday with some news about Paul McCartney. And on Friday we're doing Minute Mysteries. I haven't had one of those for a while. So 2-minute mysteries on Friday. Get the weekend started early. Yay, get this party started. Okay, and as always, please remember this is a tip-based tour. If you can, it's much appreciated. You can always buy me a coffee. You'll find the link on my page. Thanks. Have a good one. Hope you enjoyed our little Mount Ida mini tour.